until we actually get everybody in here.
Oh, it'll be fine. It's
I don't have a seat. Why should they get a seat?
Your Honor, I brought my own seat.
Hey, hey,
all right.
where's going?
Order in the court. Order in the court.
Westeros, what are you doing on the jury stand?
Crash, are you streaming now?
Yeah.
Nope, you're in the audience.
Sounds like somebody's watching Law and Order in the background. Dun dun.
No. Because Nono is against the light. Your Honor, may the record show that Nono is, by his actions, hindering
Objection,
the
this has
defense.
nothing to do with the issue at hand.
Your Honor, it has everything to do with the issue at hand because the defense is hindered in their
with the
ability to look at their notes and briefs on the case without
All
any
right.
light.
I bring this session of Badland Court to order. Let's get this going. All right, prosecution. What are we here for?
Big John stands accused of pillaging and plundering, trespassing, breaking Badland Rule number 1, which is entering without an invitation, which is trespassing.
All right.
And number 3, he stands accused of being a criminal.
Big John, how do you plead?
I would like to plead innocent as fuck.
Innocent as fuck. Let the
The
record show.
defense enters a plea for not guilty, Your Honor.
Not guilty. Let the record show that the defendant pleads not guilty of all charges.
I would like to call a witness to the stand.
All right, prosecution, call your
Wait,
first witness.
the defense objects, Your Honor, because we have not yet selected the jury, and the prosecution is trying to rush this trial and strong arm his way through the justice system, but we must follow all due process in this case.
Overruled. This is the Badlands. Your normal laws do not apply here.
Yeah,
May the record show that the defense lodges a complaint against this court and the Badlands justice system.
Overruled.
And
And one more outburst like that, and I'll have you in contempt of the court.
I'd like to call a witness to the stand.
Mr. Gingerbread Man, call your first witness.
I call myself to the stand.
Objection, Your Honor. The prosecution has no co-counsel who can question him. So without that, he cannot call himself to the stand.
She's got a good point.
Memphis is on speaker.
High five.
Hold
I
on.
told you
The court
question.
has a question. Defense, how many personalities do you have? I will allow for multiple personalities in this courtroom.
2, Your Honor. 3,
Perfect.
Your Honor.
Perfect. Take the stand. Defense, you may now question the witness.
If it may please the court, Nono, what is your Christian name, Nono? Or should we call you just Nono?
You can call me Nono. My other name is Nonoaz, and my third personality's name is Lord of the Badlands.
Lord of the Badlands.
How did it happen that you came to be living in the Badlands, Nono?
I was accused falsely of multiple crimes that I did not commit.
What were these crimes that you were alleged to have committed?
Objection from the prosecution. This has nothing to do with the case at hand.
I'll let the line of questioning continue. Bailiff.
I'll repeat the question, if it please the court. So Nono, what were the crimes that you were alleged to have committed to have yourself banished to the Badlands?
Kidnapping, murder, vandalism, trespassing, theft.
Prosecution, I'm not quite sure you have a credible witness on the stand.
Prosecution asks that their client not have any more questions outside of the.
All right, defense, get back on track. This better be going somewhere.
All right. I thank you, Judge, for indulging my line of questioning. Nono, would you say that you are a reliable type player, person in this world, given your history?
Prosecution objects.
Get out of my court.
Objection, Your Honor. I'm clearly mocha caramel, and I am not black.
The defense apologizes for the defendant speaking out of turn in the trial, and we will endeavor to obey the court's rules.
You better get your client under control. The court would like to make it very clear that the man on the stand is actually blacker than the defendant, so shut the fuck up. We can clearly see he's brown and of African descent. That cookie was left in the oven too long.
My point for the court and this witness, Your Honor, if I may indulge slightly. Defendant, please, be quiet during the questioning phase.
She's trying to tell you to calm down, son.
We don't want to be in contempt of court, defendant. My point that I'm making with the prosecution and chief accuser of my client his history of truthfulness and fair dealing on this server must be taken into account when you judge the truthfulness of his accusations against my client.
Objection,
My
Your
client
Honor.
has done nothing wrong. My client
Objection,
barely
Honor.
even understands how to play Minecraft.
Objection, Your Honor. My client has been nothing but truthful.
I have a question for the prosecution.
Excuse me, Lord?
Is this your server, prosecutor? Might your views be slightly skewed in your favor? And as for you, sir, did you not build this courtroom to hold an unjust trial against Big John?
I built this court to uphold the law of the Badlands.
Did these crimes that the defendant is alleged of happen in the Badlands?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. He built it, and we came. Big John, I find you guilty of breaking Badland law that makes no sense.
Objection, Your Honor, objection. We would like to, you know. Oh no, we object, Your Honor. We feel like the trial was unfair and skewed, and we would like to request a new judge, and we would like to appeal the ruling.
That it wasn't me.
You can appeal.
Some evidence that it wasn't me.
You can appeal the
Would you like
the
to look
ruling
at that evidence, Keto?
with the clerk of the court.
As we get to,
Why
Your
don't
Honor, Your Honor, may I take a stand?
Your Honor, yeah, the defendant hasn't had the opportunity to speak on his own behalf.
I'll listen to the defendant. Defendant, take the stand. I see you're already wearing federal orange. You must feel as though you are guilty.
Objection, Your Honor, that that outfit was enforced upon my client and should be a no reflection
Objection, Your Honor.
on his
He
state
wore
of
it on his
mind.
own free
Okay.
volition. He's acting like a criminal.
All right.
Objection, Your Honor.
Prosecution,
my
you may.
client's appearance should have no bearing on his guilt or innocence. It goes against his Fifth Amendment right to equal protection.
This is the
under
Badlands. They never signed the Constitution. You're fucked. All right, prosecution. The witness is yours.
Alright. Big John, where were you on the night of the vandalism?
I was out playing Pokemon Go.
Is that so? And do you know why you stand accused?
I do not know. I was just out there catching a Charmander, and next thing you know, I get called to court. And as you can see, as an evidence for the surveillance of the Badlands, which I've advised you.
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to show photo evidence of the crime committed.
Oh, please submit
Objection,
the evidence.
Your Honor. Objection. We object that this evidence is highly prejudicial, and we would dispute the provenance of this evidence, that it was not
overruled.
a true reflection of the events.
We'll
No telling
He
who
has
that
shown
is.
objection. He has shown evidence of himself in the photo.
This evidence is clearly not the man that is on the stand right now. It's clearly not him. Unless the prosecution
Thank you, Your Honor.
can show more substantial evidence, I will have to call for a mistrial.
Someone had to take the photo, Your Honor.
Excuse me? No, that is from the Badlands surveillance cameras.
We have no surveillance cameras. Anyone can see that.
The Badlands sees all. No.
I see no, there are no surveillance cameras in this courtroom.
The defense would like to point out that the Badlands do
Objection,
not
Your Honor.
have the traditional
The
surveillance,
defendant-
and they are
The
hidden
defense is
in
speaking out of turn.
unknowable locations.
Well, and
Objection.
unless the defendant can prove to me that there is third-party acknowledgement for recording in this jurisdiction, I will have to overrule that. So, defense, do you have any documentation to that states that?
The defense would like to question Big John, to cross-examine him. If,
Prosecution,
the court
are
will
you
so
done?
indulge.
Are you done, prosecution?
No.
All right. So,
Alright, I have here records from a witness stating on multiple occasions the man known as Incubus Angel has claimed, "I will take over the Badlands and kill Nona."
I would like to
Objection,
see-
Your
I would like to see the
Honor.
evidence.
This evidence is highly prejudicial, and the defense has not have forewarning or discovery of said evidence before the presentation and trial.
prosecution, can you produce this witness?
Yes, I would like to call the warlord of the Badlands to the stand.
Oh, I don't. The warlord of the Badlands, is that different than the lord of the Badlands? I'm so confused. How many
Objection. He
how many
said he has
personalities
three
are in there?
personalities. There's a fourth one. Who knows how many personalities he has?
The
He
warlord
could've-
is in
he could've
charge of
taken a
all the
picture.
military.
He could have taken a picture. He could have posed as said black guy and framed me. Your Honor, I am being framed.
I'd like to call forward the warlord.
Are you
The
done
defense
with
will
the
present
defendant?
evidence that any number of other people who frequently come into this world would have had the opportunity and the motive to frame Big John in this cruel and callous
Hold on,
accusation.
prosecution. Did you just receive a gold block, a large bribe? Is this your payment from said warlord of the Badlands?
No, this is my retainer.
Your retainer for yourself? You paid yourself to retain yourself?
The defense would like to object to the prosecution's flagrant misuse of funds and stealing from the
Objection.
Hold on, residents of the Badlands.
Is the defendant growing
a
drugs
trial about-
in the courtroom? There seems to be marijuana and mushrooms here.
Your
Your
Honor,
Honor,
that
this is
comes with the
California.
Badlands. This is what happens in the
Objection.
Badlands.
This
This
is
is
a
my
lawless
courtroom.
place.
This is my courtroom. Are you saying we allow the growing of marijuana and mushrooms in the courtroom?
Apparently,
I'll
Your
consult
Honor.
I'll consult
Oh my
the
God,
Lord
it's
of the
multiplying.
Excuse me, Your Honor. We is getting framed by Vito Corleone.
The Lord of Badlands says that they are not
The
supposed to be
defense
any
would
drugs.
like to cross-examine the defendant and
Okay,
present irrefutable evidence that he is in fact being framed
Okay.
by a third party who is here in this court today, Your Honor.
All right, old Harley Quinn, I will let you do that. Grandma Quinn, you can do that.
So Big John, tell me, do you know how to build things in Minecraft?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Big John, do you even know how to make something as humble in Minecraft as a sign?
Your Honor, I don't even know where to get dirt at.
The defense motions into evidence the number of times that Big John has played Minecraft, as evidenced by his game activity log in his PSN account. As you can see, his Minecraft exposure has been quite short. So defense would like to show that the alleged misdeeds of Big John in the Badlands would take someone whose Minecraft skills are not at the same level as the defendant, Big John's. Yeah, there are any number of people who are in this courtroom who would have the requisite skill
The
level.
prosecution has a counterpoint.
Go ahead, prosecution.
Alright. Seeing as how there was not only a person standing next to the sign, but one to take the picture of said prosecuted, it is not out of the question. It is.
Have you ever heard of a selfie?
Order in the court. Order in the court.
It is not out of the question that a second member was involved to hand the sign to Big John.
Objection, Your Honor. One can go into third-person mode in Minecraft and take a screenshot from that mode. So the fact that it is a front-facing screenshot is no evidence at all of a second person being
Objection.
around.
The defense just
What?
admitted to taking the picture.
The defense did no such thing, Your Honor.
The defense just did.
By pointing out the fact that one could easily take such a photo by oneself without a second party. How is that admitting to a second party being there?
You admit to being guilty. You're not even part of the trial.
Let there be light, Your Honor. Let the Badlands come into the light. Free the Badlands, Your Honor, of the tyranny and the false accusations. Today it could be Big John, whose framing is so obvious that it's laughable. Tomorrow it could be you, Your Honor. Or any one of us.
Have we heard from all witnesses?
Not the Lord of the Badlands requests a small private audience with the judge.
Your Honor, the defense requests to be at this audience. Otherwise, it would not be fair to the defense.
All right, Harley Quinn, come on. I'll listen to the gingerbread man and Harley Quinn.
All right, let's confer.
Judge, as the Lord of the Badlands, I am going to talk to some of my officials after the court, talk about certain raises of certain circumstances.
Objection, Your Honor. The prosecution is clearly trying to bribe your loyalty to.
Have you ever tried to live off a judge's salary?
Your Honor, we would lodge a complaint against this,
Do you think diamond gavels by themselves?
Blatant conflict of interest. And this would be grounds for a mistrial, Your Honor.
No such thing in the Badlands. All right. Oh God. I've come to my decision. Incubus_Angel, aka Big John, you are found guilty of impersonating a black man while taking a picture in front of a very derogatory sign in these here chambers. You are banished from the Badlands, and if you are to ever return, you are to be killed on sight.
Objection. Objection. Can he be killed on sight right now?
Objection, Your Honor. This crime, he should not be sentenced to death for his crime. We would like to launch a complaint against the death sentence in this crime.
Oh God. You've doomed us all. Good thing I live here.
Damn it!
Hey, Judge, where are you?
I will call. I'm gonna have to call the
Where's
first.
the Badlands judge? Alright, here's some gold.
Oh boy.
Hey, the defense objects. The defense objects.
The trial is over. You lost.
Oh no. Vito, your
helmet.
helmet. Your boots.
I'm gonna reactivate the portal for you. As soon as I figure out what flint and steel looks like in this texture pack. Good trial, Peter. You did pretty good up until you lost.
The jury, the court was rigged. There was blatant corruption in the Badlands. The Badlands laws are corrupt and
If there wasn't corruption in the
dictatorial
Badlands, it would be called the Good Lands.
The town's law and order is a principled set of, equal protection values.
Yeah, well, that's your city laws talking. Alright, I got some flint and steel. Oh, you did? Okay.
Mhm.
Who turned on the lava gate?
I don't know.
You did it. You did it.
I was fucking hilarious.
Escape! Emergency exit!
Well, Big John, the defense lost. Your only hope is to escape the Badlands. I will. Alright, later.
I believe I was promised a room. Is this my room? Do I have a room somewhere around here?
You do. If you go to the right of the portal.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gold. Everybody knows that's useless in Minecraft.
You had an innocent man sent to his death crash for a few measly gold.
Alright,
How does that
Ash,
feel?
Your room is over here.
My room looks a lot like a prison cell.
It's better than sleeping in the tower.
Okay, doke.
I got wiped my death. Oh man.
Oh
my
god.
god.
There's a lava
This
waterfall.
trial.
Oh god. I'm on fire. This place is so
I
dangerous.
thought I was I thought I was convicted of death, but like I'm in prison now.
I know. I know how to get to and fro from the Badlands by foot. So there's
Hey,
a
I'm
house
trapped.
over here.
I'm trapped.
There's a half-finished house on this hill. I don't have no ideas.
What do you think of the new book? They were tearing
Brass,
that
what is the name of your
business.
stream?
It's Crash Override 64 on on YouTube, and you should be able to find it. Yeah.
The tower that got me banished in the first place was this design. It was unjust. That is why we have created a corrupt system based on the flaws that imprisoned me in the first place.
Let's remunerate the numerous crimes that you've been accused of. Vita, what were they?
Smart
Oh
man.
yeah, I could have done that. Hey Westeros, you know the fastest way back?
Crash, I don't think I see it. Can you put a link in the Discord?
I might be able to handle something like that. Maybe. There you go. I can also stop broadcasting that. Yeah, it saves it on YouTube.